Hey, Brother Bluto. Hello, Twitch chat. Let's go! It's wild to me that this is only save file number 11. I think I might have named a couple at the start. So it might be more like 13. I just feel like I've lost so many Frosthaven campaigns. Oh, excuse me. Just finished eating. Okay. You're not doing anything. Oh, but you have a perk. Hello? And Castleplex is not feeling great right now. Alright, we need Axnut, Corpse Cap, Flame Fruit, Rock Root. Corpse Cap, Rock Root. So we need both of these with our Deathwalker. If I remember right, everybody else has, oh, Drifter also needs loot. Okay. But as it stands, there are 2 herb resources that the Deathwalker needs to retire. So we should give Deathwalker priority on loot this mission, probably. But if Drifter gets some as well, that's fine. Also, Drifter got Tranquil Shoes. These are probably good? I don't know. I feel like Drifter is very capable of taking slow turns. Karyaga, hello! Hey Rufford, hey Alien Cheese. Crowley, hello, hey Jam Bloom. Things are pretty good for me, Brother Bluto. Chambata, thanks for the 7.5 months. We get some sort of perk. If I remember right, Drifter's Blessed is pretty good. So we turn a -1 from an item into a +1. However, gosh, it's been a while since I played a lot of Drifter. What if I just took Scavenger? Is that too greedy? I don't know. I do have a retirement quest that requires loot. So it definitely could retire me faster. I'm not sure that retiring faster is actually, like, a sensible goal. You've not seen Frosthaven yet. Oh my, you are in for a treat. We will level up after this mission, so I will get another perk before the next one. I think Puncture and Outburst might be a little bit too important not to take. Maybe if we take this, we take it later on. Casaplex. I never quite decided what I liked first on Deathwalker. I think with no Bone Shaper, Penumbra is stronger, but I do have Bone Shaper. So Bone Shaper can already channel Dark a decent amount. So channeling Dark isn't as big an issue. I do have to put cards that are worth drawing into the deck. Maybe this is a card worth drawing? I also really like Cloak of Shadow. But I don't think I need it yet. I think that's for a little bit later. Let's take 1 +1 and Curse and remove 2 -1s. Seems fine. You decided to learn Python. I've been coding in Python. Getting rid of the -2 is good. Like, everything's good. They're all pretty reasonable on Deathwalker. I think with Bone Shaper, we probably want Overwhelm. We replace a +0 with a +1, which also adds an extra damage for allies adjacent to the target. Ooh. Another thought, what if we're just playing for Incendiary Throw? Incendiary Throw is kind of good on this character. In which case we just get rid of the -1s, because -1s make it fail. Sometimes. Although a lot of the time I'll be trying to make it so Incendiary Throw succeeds even on a -1. I can only get rid of 4 of my -1s total. Shield isn't that incredible. Yeah, I don't know. What if we try a few more of the disarm type things this campaign? Although, Subdue doesn't even work because we're in a boss fight where we can't disarm them right now. Let's just go with Technique. Technique's fine. 2+1 and redraws. This gets our deck working a little bit better, and then depending on which missions we go to and which items we build and stuff, we can take whatever seems like it's best for there. Can I check the Niao's letter? I haven't read the Niao's letter in like a year. I did see there was another character announced. Seems cool. That got linked in the Discord. I really like Death on Arrival. I might actually just save for Death on Arrival. I think it's a very important perk. Although if I get 1 perk mark and a level up from this mission, then I can take it after this mission. In which case I can get Inhumation into the deck for right now. I wonder if I'm just massively undervaluing curses. Playing at +3 difficulty, a curse is like -5 incoming damage or something if the enemies draw it. And they're like somewhat likely to draw it. We are on a mission where the bosses are immune to curses. so I guess again, I think I might just not take a perk. We'll just make sure we get Death on Arrival for the next mission. Okay. Next up, cards. Deathwalker. We did our mastery, so we don't need Anger of the Dead so much anymore, although a 14 initiative card is kind of nice. I think we can go for like Sunless Apparition, Strength of the Abyss probably instead. Instead of using the top half of Call to the Abyss, I'll just use the bottom half of Call to the Abyss this time. There aren't that many enemies who die anyways, so I'll probably get about as much value out of it, realistically. We want Incendiary Throw, and other than that, we don't care that much. I guess I might want Resolved Courage to get +1 damage on Incendiary Throw, so Incendiary Throw can be better. Cool character, by the way. Lots of variety in the things that I care about when I'm playing as Banner Spear. Also, I want to do Banner Spear's Mastery to summon a banner and stay within 3 range of it for the entire mission. So, turn 1 I'll be making a Banner of Strength. I have Regroup and Combined Effort. These are the ways to move the banner with me to make sure I get that mastery. Nice. Drifter. Drifter is probably fine. Drifter has a mastery that is kind of achievable here. Actually, Drifter I think has 2 different masteries that are kind of achievable here. Where are our masteries? Never perform a move ability or attack with value less than 4, and perform at least 1 move or attack ability each round. I think we go for this one. And a quest with single use left to 4% abilities. This one's like finicky. You can kind of like try to do that every time and then it never works. At +3 difficulty, you're like never quite far enough ahead to feel comfortable going for it, in my experience. But this one, move fast, hit hard, this is very achievable on this mission. So in order to do that, we want to play Crushing Weight, so our melee attacks get +2 damage. We want to play Sustained Momentum, so our move abilities get +2 move. I think we have to start with move 4 on Deadly Shot and top half of Crushing Weight, and then go from there. But that gets our turn 1 covered. We obviously have to short rest every time. We don't care about attacks which are for less than 4. So like Bloodletting is worse because the bottom half of it we actually can't play. 1 + 2 is only 3. Although I'm going to poison the enemy? Is that true? I think I'm going to poison the enemy. So I guess it would be for 4. Hey Kirsten, how are you? Violent Inheritance, though, is worse because I can't actually make the attack, usually. Although the loot is good on a character who's trying to get loot to retire, I guess. Deadly Shot's kind of awkward because I can't actually use the top half of it. I'm just wanting to move 4 on turn 1. I'm gonna try out Unbreakable. What if I also played the bottom half of this and the bottom half of this, and then I got attacked 5 times, and then I... Perfect. What if we got both of masteries in the same mission? Who knows? Maybe it's doable. Kanaxai. Bone Shaper's pretty strong in this mission. We just kind of make a lot of skeletons and kill everyone. I don't see much reason to change any of this. Maybe I don't need Decaying Will, actually. Just go Dark Tidings instead for the late game power. Late mission power, I guess. Alright. Masteries. 3 or more loot bags on the same turn. An enemy not adjacent to you while you're adjacent to another enemy, lose a card. I think we can go for 3 or more loot bags on the same turn. And just make sure we've got our loot card. Yeah. Seems doable. Never attack an enemy that has already acted in the round. Kill an enemy with an attack that has disadvantage. Never end your turn adjacent to any other hero. I'm on a level with you. These all seem kind of bad. Not my idea of a good time. Deathwalker's eyes are so cool. This game's so cool. I think I'm gonna try Recluse, but in a 4-character party, it's not a great time. It'll probably be okay. I don't think Vanguard, like, no. You can't really do this in a boss fight, I don't think. 1 is enough to get our next perk, too. It's a little bit upsetting because I was doing so well getting 2 perk mark things. Oh well. Assassin also not really feasible here. You can go for Optimist, remove a negative condition from yourself or an ally 2 or more times. I think that's fine. We have Tranquil Shoes, which heal us. So that's a way that we can remove negative conditions from us. Vile Assault also. Maybe I need to have No Remorse for a targeted heal then. Oh, Prudent Preparation's a targeted heal. That's fine. Do I ever use Trapper? You really like him, but you can understand why some people would not. In the video game, I have used Trapper for like 1 mission and we lost, ending the campaign. So that was cool. In the board game with friends, I've actually been playing Trapper for the last like 2 months or something. It's been fine. I think Specialist on Bone Shaper is completely fine, fortunately. So we got some perk marks, perhaps. Alright, let's get into it. This will probably happen automatically, but I should still think about it. The masteries I'm looking for are this one and this one. Keep that in mind too. You know, I could try to create or remove a shadow every turn, actually. Like, it's possible. Alright. Maybe I have a different idea for how I'm going to play turn 1 here. What if we go Eclipse turn 1 and Anger of the Dead? Drop like this. And get 3 wounds on people that way. Which means Banner Spear would be using the bottom half to move you. Oh, that doesn't work because of us needing to make a banner. Alright, well maybe that can be our second turn. First turn can, like, do something else. Yeah, I think this works. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, all going for masteries. Bone Shaper is pretty hard to get masteries on. It's like not actually that hard to do this. It's kind of hard. I think the way to do it is we go immediately before each of your rests, you may kill one of your summons to perform Bless Self. We have 13 cards, we need to kill 15 summons. So that, like, kills, I don't know, like 10 of them pretty easily, probably. If we're spending the entire mission just doing this and not thinking about other stuff. Then we need to kill another 5. What an obscene... what an obscene thing to have to try to do. Alright, let's get into it. The battle is near. Yeah. We have to clear a room, then we go into the next room, and there's a boss fight where the bosses are fighting each other, and we play third party and decide who we're going to ally with and who we are going to kill. Something like that. Any moment now. I haven't played for a while. I hope that my, like, campaign isn't save file bombed by updates or something. Alright, good. Wow, I don't remember them being that close to me. Okay. So, something that this party doesn't have, it's kind of surprising to me that stuff is gone as well as it has. We don't have anything in the way of pushes. So, I don't have a way to, like, make this go up there so we'll fight against the guards guaranteed or anything like that. Let's do the stuff I know I'm doing first. We know we're doing Deadly Shot and Crushing Weight to keep Drifter on the move 4 or attack for 4 every turn plan. That's a move 4 and set up to be able to attack for 4. We know that Banner Spear is making a banner. And then probably using Incendiary Throw, and probably we just want to do that at 71 initiative so that the guards have time to move in. This is a spot where red team and yellow team are fighting each other, and red team's going to win, like, every single time. So we don't really want to deal damage to yellow team, even though they're very close to us. We would rather deal damage to red team. We need a spot to actually create the banner. We put Bone Shaper here, just, like, make a skeleton very slow. I'll use Fell Remedy as well to just heal myself again. Probably we could look at it, I guess. Like, I think it is most likely that this does not attack Bone Shaper. This will, like, always attack that one. But it is possible that these go slower than this, and this has a ranged attack that hits Bone Shaper. And that would just be too bad. That's the downside of not having someone who can push stuff around on this mission. And here we're gonna place a shadow at the bottom half of Call to the Abyss, and we're gonna do something with the top half of our card. I don't really know what. Probably doesn't matter that much. Go Black Barrage. Sure. Okay, so we're going pretty slow. That's all fine. How's it going on your night? We have... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. 69, 70, 71, 71. That's kind of wild. The Algok Scout Elite, unfortunately, will come to me. That is kind of frustrating. I've actually, like, never had this happen before. Now what happens? Cool. Thanks. They're like split up. I think this is gonna make the red versus yellow fight even more one-sided because red team's gonna completely focus, right? Also, they drew calculated strike. Oh, this could be really bad. Well, then I also don't get to summon with Bone Shaper because I'm on 1 health. If I summon, I take 2 damage. Lose a card. I've already failed to not end my turn next to any other hero. That is a thing I could have used Boots to fix, I suppose. Although Deathwalker is not moving. I guess Deathwalker should be here? I don't know. I don't know. I think that's fine. I'm just going to throw it away. It wasn't that important that we do that to begin with. Also, with advantage. Alright. Got some wounds on the guards. Oh, Drifter heals. Nice. Drifter is going to add 4 damage on their next 4 melee attacks. 6 melee attacks, rather. We're going to make a move for 4. I don't really know where to. Kind of feels like I should move here. I have to move next to someone I can attack, though. I think. We gotta work out how to get these scout elites tanking for us. Let's go up here. Place a shadow. You're caring for a gremlin. Is that like a puppy? I like puppies. So Bone Shaper is also not allowed to use basic actions, so I just can't do anything with this. Unless I want to lose a... Whoa! An enemy has died this round! Okay, never mind. Never mind, we're doing great. Didn't realize. Down to 1 HP though. But yeah, they did kill an enemy, didn't they? Alright. I did have, like, grand ideas about how this turn was going to be good. Now that we're here, I'm not convinced. I think I want sustained momentum, right? On my next 6 move abilities, I gain move. Yeah, that seems important. And I think I probably want, like, bloodletting or something. I'll go at 76. We're still trying to go slower than the other people so that the other people get targeted instead of us. Banner Spear... I could use Unbreakable Wall. That's like my only push. in order to push this to here or something so that the guards come and attack it. Oh, I also have Javelin as a pull, I guess. That's another way I could do it. I could move here with Javelin, pull this to here. Although if I'm going early in the turn, this one would prioritize hitting me over hitting that. So maybe I do go here and Unbreakable wall it that way. I could also just shoot at the guards and kind of like trust. I think what I'm going to do is give myself flexibility. I have Javelin, I have Unbreakable Wall. No, I have Driving Inspiration and Unbreakable Wall. If I need Unbreakable Wall to push this because of what cards they draw, I can do that. If I don't need it, then I can just use Driving Inspiration to deal some damage to this. Start getting the enemies actually dead. In my quest to create or remove a shadow every turn, I think I'm going at 64 and hoping that someone's standing next to the shadow so I can attack from it using Fluid Knight. Maybe they won't be. I don't know. Who else is there? Bone Shaper? Ooh! Bone Shaper's having a good time. I think Bone Shaper is going to like run over here and make a Wraith in the corner. But yeah, this is kind of stuck on me, right? 1, 2, 3. We'll probably have this guard come here though, so it's probably okay. The scouts are going at 92. Okay. I think it's like kind of fine. It does mean I want Unbreakable Wall. I don't want to use my banner for extra damage on the attack. We want it there. Alright, that gets these stuck in with the guards. That was kind of always going to happen. Something has gone next to the shadow, that's useful. Crit miss is useful. Okay, that really wasn't so bad. We should start working on killing these guards somehow now. I'd like to get wounds on those. Like if I Fluid Knight right now, I'm next to the banner. So I get +1 damage. I don't really want to poison this one. I think I want to poison this one. No, that's already getting poisoned. Oh. Oh. Oh, I see. In that case, maybe I do want to poison this one. It's the same either way though, right? Maybe we use Spyglass here since it's a kind of big attack. If I walk up and poison it, I lose the +2 damage from this. Unless I walked to there. I didn't consider that. I could have gotten 1 more damage that way. I was just kind of thinking that I had to go here for some reason. Tranquil Shoes have me at 8 instead of 6. My move abilities move furtherer. I guess I have Poison Dagger here and a crit. Holy. Alright, that was pretty good. Shambling Skeleton attacking this scout is kind of weird. I'm not actually sure that I want that. And then here I was going to run away and make a Wraith. And the 2 living scouts will put poison on a couple more guards. Okay. It is spooky that there are only 2 living scouts. For sure. So I need to continue making a shadow or removing a shadow every turn, which means I need to use Eclipse now to place 3 shadows. Next turn I use Sunless Apparition maybe to remove a shadow. This isn't gonna work, right? I need to like open this door very soon. It's kind of fine though. I haven't made any egregiously bad plays in service of trying to do this yet. I think Banner Sphere uses bottom half of Resolved Courage to go fast enough to kill this and get +1 damage on the attack. So we're attacking for 6, so even a -2 kills. That's kind of an overkill, right? I do actually want to go faster than its 15 initiative stuff. It has 2 15 initiative cards. But if I just use Javelin, I have the shoes that let me go faster. I think what I'm going to do is accept that bottom 10% of Javelin damage rolls don't kill this turn. And, like, that's okay. We'll play Charles Reinforcement, because we're going to need more tanking, it looks like, and we'll check a Javelin. Drifter has to leave. Probably. I could 1v1 a guard, actually. But I don't want to 1v2. I want to make sure that this dies before it goes. So this turn will be going relatively quickly. The only way I can guarantee it is if I go at 14, because again, they have 15s. But sure, we'll just do that. Oh. Just have to hit it, right? Fortitude. That hits it. Bone Shaper. The problem with Bone Shaper is the Wraith is attacking this. I need it to be attacking like that or that. I do have Dark this turn, so if I wanted, I could strengthen 2 allies. And poison the last Algox guard. I don't hate it. Use Dark Tidings to move, maybe? Just like move way up here. I don't know how I get health back. Banner Sphere can heal, Drifter can heal. Maybe next turn Banner Sphere heals Bone Shaper. That means I don't want to move, so we have to find a different bottom half of a card that's useful. I could put the bottom half of Wrath of Turned Earth into play, but it's a little early. We want this for the boss fight. Stops our summons from dying. We're not at the boss fight yet. Could move 2 and give my Wraith a move 2, and move my Wraith up here so it starts shooting at the guards instead of the scouts. I'm okay with that. Sure. Wait! I just have a healing card still. Okay. well, forget all of the things I just said. I'm just going to heal. I will heal and move then. Go up here. Probably go slower in the turn rather than faster. Just in case, who knows what might happen. The scouts keep on going one initiative faster than the guards, which is kind of incredible. However, they have drawn a ranged attack, which means that this is going to walk here in order to attack there. Unless... Actually, no, it wants to attack the skeleton. So it's going to walk there to attack there. So I think my Bone Shaper has to come here to stop it from walking out. So it will attack the skeleton instead of the guard. That's too bad. My Bone Shaper went too fast, I guess. But at least the guard will still keep attacking it. What about this one? It's going to want to attack this guard. It's going to like walk back here or here or here and then make that attack. But all of my stuff is faster than them. What are you doing? I could put Charles Reinforcement here, and then this will walk here and shoot there. Which leaves it available for that to attack. And for this to attack if Drifter kills this and runs backwards. And then we're keeping this stuck by moving Bone Shaper there, I think. I think that all works. Just hoping that this is a kill. It's enough. Do I actually want to walk away? I could stand here and tank a hit. It's kind of important. It keeps us alive, is the idea? Sure. Shadow. Shadow. Shadow? Got all the guards wounded now. So because Charles' Reinforcement is here, this is going to want to attack Charles. It has to move to a hex it doesn't have disadvantage against Charles from. The only one available is there. And then it'll be available for this to attack. This will still come and hit Drifter, but I'm going to say that's okay for right now. And we're not going to -2 or whatever. The crit was kind of unnecessary, but we'll take it. I'm not buffing the Wraith's attack. Bonya, how are ya? All right. -2 actually doesn't even kill the skeleton. Goodbye, Charles. I wanted this to go here, I think. It's my hunch, I don't know. Oh god. Let's watch some game awards. Nice. I have been very out of the loop with game awards this year. Alright, Drifter has to make an attack. And leave, probably. Seems right. If it had come here, I could have set up Tip of the Spear with Banner Spear. That could have been sweet. What Well, I think if we use combined effort, we can move the banner with us. The next turn we use regroup to keep moving the banner further. Did they announce a fourth character in the Slay the Spire 2 newsletter? Sounds correct. Sounds true to me. I guess we're okay with Bone Shaper going early in the turn here. I'm gonna try to give the skeleton an extra attack and give them a curse. Seems like a non-terrible idea. When I use the bottom half of this to loot 3 things, how on earth am I also creating or removing a shadow that turn? Alright, I guess there are ways. I think I might be giving up on that quest right now. This room has not gone well enough. We use Forceful Spirits, hit that and that. I need 3 loot, like, within range, so I can pick it all up with this. I've used the bottom half of Wave of Anguish, move here. If all these die, I can pick up this. Seems okay. Probably moving at 58 then, since I'm gonna walk here. And I don't want to be targeted. Parry and thrust, rapid bolts. That's interesting. Oh. So... I got really good, yeah. Retaliate 2 is kind of funny. My skeleton's just gonna die. I'm gonna walk up and be dead. But nothing I can really do about that. It's 1 shield, 2 retaliates. Hey, it was a nice try. Okay. So now that I'm here, I feel like I should just give them a curse. I don't know. What else am I really gonna do? Unfortunately, I don't have someone who can make an attack with that. I think I'm going to move here. This is my last move on this rest cycle. Maybe I don't do that. Maybe we leave the loot for someone else to pick up. We go here. Do another couple of summons. I'm moving 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I want to like move to here without picking up the loot. Awkwardly. I guess I'm just going to make this attack. Deal 2, take 2. Nice. Let's move over here now. My last characters and card names are quite metal. The Bone Shaper? I like the Bone Shaper is probably metal. Alright. Those are decent rolls. Unfortunately, if I move in here, this just shoots me in the face. So maybe I don't want to do that. I don't think this is going to be part of collecting 3 or more loot bags on the same turn, so maybe we just grab it now. Put the shadow here. Here, something like that. One lumber. Deathwalker needs to find the rock root and corpse cap, which is not what those were. I can go here. I'm finished moving, but then I move this up. And I move you behind me. Now I can tip off the spear as like a pseudo ranged attack. Nice. Nice. So I'm going to end up with a group of 3 loot bags over here we can pick up all at once. I think if Deathwalker just kind of, I don't know, wanders around, that's probably fine. All the enemies are very close to that. Differ has to make a move for 4 or an attack for 4. If we go at 89, take advantage of our healing, we have a move 4 which regains use of the bonus and then regain 2 more bonuses. That seems okay. Somebody has to actually kill this. I don't currently have any plan to do that on any of my characters. Maybe Deathwalker goes at 19 and just moves here and hits it. I can make a 3 damage attack with Shadow Step. Feels okay? I don't know. Bone Shaper can't move anymore, but I do have regroup on Banner Spear. So Bone Shaper will get a move for 3. And then we'll, like, summon a skeleton. And maybe now I get prevent the next 3 sources of damage to one of your summons out, because that'll be useful for the boss combat. We're doing parries and thrusts again, which means Banner Spear is going to get shot by this. Oh, hold on. Undo. My brain took a very long time to process that. I have to click everything again now. Summon and that. Alright, I don't remember what initiative Bone Shaper was, but that doesn't matter. Banner Sphere can go slower than the guards, and then this will shoot the guard. That seems like the play. It also does kind of seem wasteful to bother attacking this. Like, it's just dying on its own. It's wounded. It's on 2 health. You remember when this was a Blink Blade stream? It's been a hot minute since I played any Blink Blade. Blinkblade was very much carrying like half of the game for me. So this has been kind of fun, making sure that I can actually beat missions without it. Okay, well that was not the most inspired thing I've ever seen. Nor was that. I very much don't want the skeleton to get attacked. Because once I play this card, like, it is lost. I only get 3 procs of that the entire mission, so trying to make sure that we're not wasting them here. Tranquil Shoes keeps healing me. Somebody has to loot this stuff. Might as well be me. I don't know how I'm going to remove 2 debuffs from an ally. I don't have a Geminate. Geminate can debuff itself. I don't have one of those. How do I debuff my own characters? Drifter yells a lot. Possibly true. I think it's okay to long rest on Deathwalker, probably. I think Deathwalker has enough cards that are very important to use in a very specific way that long resting feels right. Whereas, like, Banner Spear or whatever. Banner Spear is fine. We just want to start shooting that, I think. Combined effort's gone. It's okay. It is one of the ways to move the banner, but like we're only ever moving Banner Spear to here. The banner's already moved far enough for us to keep Guardian of the Flag active. Okay, we want to go slower than the Guard Elite, so let's use the bottom half of Unbreakable Wall, maybe. Actually, do I want to heal you? No, I want to long rest with you. You don't have cards? Oh, you have cards. Sure, whatever. I'm just going to use Driving Inspiration. This one's not poisoned, unfortunately. Makes my attacks hit a little bit less hard. Also, I don't really want Banner Spear to be getting loot. Yeah, it's okay. Banner Spear has gone slower than the Scout. So the Guard's going to come here, hit the Scout. The Scout wants to have 2 targets. Awkwardly. I could give it a Drifter to hit. There's a pretty good chance it's going to be dead. It's being attacked for 6 and has 6 health. Yeah, it's probably just going to be dead. Okay. We don't make this attack, because it would be an attack for less than 4. Pretty sure that's gonna die to summons. Alright, sweet. Deathwalker is going to pick up all this stuff with the loot card. We also have to pick up the other things. I'm going to grant a summon a move, I guess. Just move this closer to the door. I was not prepared for this cover. I don't think I need Lingering Rot anymore. Aw, I want to use this twice. Awkward. Maybe what I do is I move Deathwalker here, then I can loot all these with this card next turn. Maybe also put a shadow there. Can I do that? I don't think so. I can move with the top half of Shadow Step, though, to move here. And then I can, actually, move all shadows 2 hexes. So I can move to this with the top half of Shadow Step, then move it to there. Move this up here, this up here. We've got 2 shadows at the door. I get this loot, and the next turn I claim all this loot and teleport to that to claim that loot as well. And there's just this loot, which I don't have yet, which I think I'm going to get with Drifter. You can use pretty much whatever to do that. I don't think we're in a super huge rush to get this door open with Banner Spear, Bone Shaper. I think we'll be okay. Take a long rest here. We'll be at full health and we can make a couple more skeletons and then we can open the door. I'm actually so slow that I want to give Deathwalker one more loot. I don't think so. Deathwalker going before Drifter, though? Yes. Doesn't really matter. The thing I'm afraid of is there's one corpse cap in the deck. I don't want, like, Drifter to walk here and pick up the corpse cap. That would make me sad. What happened to the Trapper run? Literally died on the first mission the Trapper was present for. Literally the first mission. A mission I had never lost on before. An impressive performance from the Trapper. It was quite tragic, yeah. Roar! Roar! One hide. Alright. Huh? Does it only have one movement? No. If I tell it to move toward the Bone Shaper, I would assume it would move there. I guess what it's seeing is... What is it seeing? I guess it's trying to move as though it's making a melee attack on the Bone Shaper, and this doesn't actually get me closer to a hex it can melee attack the Bone Shaper from, so it's... I'm not sure that that's how it's actually meant to work. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. We don't need Eternal Torment anymore. The bosses are immune to curses. Anyway, we've got plenty of top halves of cards to use. Alright, we are looting, teleporting to X with a shadow. That'll get us 5 loot. And then I can do whatever I want. I'm just throwing away the other part of the card, really. Maybe that one? I don't know. Bone Shaper is going to make another skeleton. There isn't really anything else in particular Bone Shaper has to do. Bone Shaper basically just wants to stand here and throw skeletons at the enemies. That's the rest of the mission for Bone Shaper. Banner Spear wants to kind of stand here and throw an occasional javelin. But this turn, we're largely just wasting our turn. I guess I could move up here, and next turn I could put down Charles Reinforcement, maybe. Although I can't move up there. I'd have to move here, so I was still within 3 range of the banner. Like that, I think. Here, we're moving up to get ready to open the door. Continuing to regain uses of our active bonuses. We're like as well set up on Drifter as we really can expect to be. The Tranquil Shoes have done well. I think I've failed my remove 2 negative statuses from an ally quest. I think I looked at that and thought it was doable because the last time I played Drifter rather, I had Geminate in the party, and Geminate can debuff itself. But that is not the case at the moment. Just kind of doesn't work. One more skeleton. Give me the herbs. Corpse Cap and Rockroot. Okay, so now I can actually teleport to a different shadow? Because now I actually want Drifter to get the other loot. I don't want Deathwalker getting it anymore. That might mean messing around too much. Like maybe we just get the loot semi-inefficiently. Nah, we should give the loot to literally anyone other than Deathwalker. Deathwalker is picking up so many like hides and metal and gold and wood and everything and just doesn't need that money. We're already at 4 out of 5 herb resources for that retirement quest. Alright, we want to be able to place a shadow. We want probably to Strength of the Abyss toward the end of the turn, maybe? I don't know. I think we save that for next turn, actually. We just use Anger of the Dead. Here we're using at all costs Incendiary Throw at 22. We're opening the door with Drifter at 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to move 4. Don't have one. Can anybody else open the door? Don't think so. You open the door at 18? Like, I guess so. Yeah, you actually can. Alright, I've completely changed my concept of the turn here. We're gonna open the door at like 43 or something. Bone Shaper will come here, then stand there, then summon a skeleton right there, so that when they run in an attack, they won't kill anything. Is that even good? Because then the skeleton is just getting murdered. And blocking the doorway. Maybe Bone Shaper's gonna move here and then move here. And just kind of stand there? Make a skeleton behind you instead? You can always lose a card. I thought going at 82 is fine. I want the enemy to come here, though, is the entire thing. We could, like, tank with the team, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I also have to work out how to get the chest that's in the next room over here. I think this will end up being some sort of turn. That's my hunch. Wing clippers. After your melee attack, the target of the attack loses flying. Cool. I've had this on a couple of times. I can think of one place that it's really strong. But for the most part, I haven't found much use for it yet. You move up into the main ice chamber to see the two chieftains locked in mortal combat. This was, to be honest, the exact thing I was concerned about. If I move Bone Shaper to here, this is going to come here, and all three of my characters are going to lose a card immediately. So, maybe I do make a skeleton. This is going slower in the turn and doing a big AoE on us too. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Have a shield, maybe? I need this to go there. Oh! I swear it, like, deliberately does as poorly as possible for you. So I think my Bone Shaper is going to deliberately unsummon this. It's 81 returned servant. Banner Spear is going to run away. Because if I run forward, I can do useful things, but I lose the banner. I think in general, running away is just kind of good here. Alright, what all are you attacking? You know what? That's okay. This sure isn't dealing damage. drew my curse card, but it doesn't even do anything. Okay, I need this here. Javelin would do that. If this skeleton were out of the way. It's got a short rest on him. I would need this skeleton out of the way, though. How fast can you go? Move to grant a summon a move. Seems like the way to do it. And Deathwalker's gonna, I guess, die or whatever. Seems like the play, I don't know. I'm just gonna go at 58 with Strength of the Abyss. Strength of the Abyss hits for 5. It's okay if I lose Fluid Knight. That's not like the biggest deal in the world. We're gonna just like basic move over here and attack at the end of the turn. Okay. I don't know if this is gonna work. We'll see. Special 1 is a move 4 and stun. That's not so bad. Twin shots is a little bit irritating. Twin shots also has a move on it. I guess it's just gonna hit a skeleton, right? It's not that big a deal. Whoa! Banister is going before all the skeletons. Whoa, 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 whoa. Honestly, though, I don't even need the javelin pull anymore. I guess it's fine. I can just use Bone Shaper to move where the skeletons are and get everything working. Yeah, I think this is probably fine. We are killing the Frozen Fist, because the Frozen Fist is a much worse character. An entire min-max justified decision. You like Dancer? Yes, Snow Dancer is very good. Frozen Fist is not very good. This is my opinion, I don't know. Good hit. Whoa, it didn't make another attack? Is that a bug? I think that's a bug, no? It clearly can make another attack. Huh. Deathwalker is getting out of the way. So Drifter can come in. Is that right? Wanna like move up and hit it? Nope. Okay, so we're bringing a shadow over toward this treasure chest because I think it's fairly likely that Deathwalker is the person to get the treasure. I can use the special thing to make Fortitude have range, but then it would be attack for 3, and I need to only make attacks for 4 or more, so I actually can't do that. What a great moment for our friend the skeleton. Presumably this is a short rest. I don't want to lose that, but I think I will lose it. The thing is, if I redraw into Wave of Anguish, it's a disaster. I want to play Wave of Anguish hitting 5 times. I only have 4 shadows in play right now. So if I lose Call to the Abyss, that's my last way to make a shadow. Actually, that's not true. I can use the bottom half of Shadow Stab. But I probably won't. I don't know. Anyway, probably Wave of Anguish only hits 4 times, but that's still enough. I hope. It'll be sad if it's not. You need to keep on moving my shadows. We'll just like hit it for a little bit of damage. I sure am having everyone stand next to everyone else. We sure are against someone who can theoretically make AoE attacks. Theoretically. In theory. Bloodletting's an okay one to lose, that's fine. I want Drifter to go early in the turn so I can poison the enemy. I kind of want to use Relentless, actually. The only issue with Drifter doing this is I have to be really careful about the stun attack from Frozen Fist. I can't let Drifter get stunned, or else I fail to make an attack or move every turn, obviously. Transfer of Essence would be another way to poison this, but already going to be poisoned. We can just, like... honestly, probably... Oh, I'm bad at moving shadows. Okay. I wanted to strengthen Deathwalker with it and use Wave of Anguish next turn, but I can't get the shadow there. This one. Too far away. What I like most out of the current starting characters? Like these 4 that I'm playing at the moment, or the 6 total? Who you can start with? Out of these 4, my favorites are probably Deathwalker and Bannersphere. Just feel like they can do cool stuff. Out of the 6 total, I like Geminate a lot. Geminate has so many cards, so you can kind of like play the game in a different way. Because of that. I also like Blinkblade a lot, because like invisible nonsense. Blinkblade also lets you play the game in very weird ways. Basic attack's kind of fascinating, huh? Don't hate it. Wait, I thought Drifter was going before everyone. Drifter? Hello? When will you be taking your turn exactly? I think it's fine. I feel like this setup just kind of mathematically wins. Oh, I have to use my potion. The Ice Speaker does not have poison immunity. I do not like Bone Shaper very much. There are occasionally situations where Bone Shaper is very strong. This is one of them. But I just find it to be very slow and awkward. A bit too often. All these elements that I have channeled. Did I channel those? I don't remember channeling those. Yeah, get in there. Oof. Powerful. This poor skeleton. This poor skeleton. The summons always feel awkward. Yeah, you got situations like this where they're doing exactly what you want and they're so strong though. Definitely can happen. Maybe I just, like, teleport out now. So I want to teleport to here, hit it, and then next turn run over here with Shadow Step. Although Shadow Step only goes at 19. It's not that fast. These don't do a terrible amount. If I go later in the turn and get some value, I can move here and Unbreakable that. But I need Drifter to have moved first. Drifter can move. Drifter just needs to not go faster than everyone else. How fast can you go? Redraw, I guess? Kind of a good card. Yeah. So you're at 18. So the skeletons and everyone will prioritize getting, or prioritize the aggro for Ice Speaker Chieftain. And then some sort of bottom half of a card. If somebody in tech for 5 seems good. Oh. Probably I should have strengthened something other than the Wraith, so that the attack for 5 was strengthened. My bad. Maybe a different thing then. And the other ones are very exciting. That's okay. I don't need to make the most exciting play. I used to do physical Frosthaven streams. Did I end up finishing that campaign? I did not. I now play the Frosthaven board game with friends, though, every week pretty much. So I'm still playing it and having a lot of fun. Well, I don't have summons anymore. That was pretty bad. I need to be there. I don't really know. Oh, I should have read what you were doing. Holy shit. That's very bad. How is this IAS season treating me? Is it IAS season? Did I miss it? Maybe we just bring this forward now that that has been that much of a disaster. This isn't working. We're not, like, dead yet. Arguably working on it. That says attack 8. Is that true? That's bugged, right? That was too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another shadow? Five, 6, 7. I feel like that was one more than it should have been. But, I mean, even then, what a cool card. I counted the poison. 4 shadows, 1 base is 5. Poison is 6, banner is 7. But it was an attack for 8. Oh, and also it's... No, that is super bugged. Because that's giving 8 after -3 shield. Well, that makes the card stronger. I think it's counting the shadows twice. I don't know what to do about that. That's the most egregious, like, card strength bug I've seen in a long time in this game. But yeah, like, what am I gonna do about it? Not use the card? I think, like, probably I'm winning this anyway, yeah. Probably not that big a deal. Oh! Ooh, that's kind of scary. It's coming here? Not only is that scary, it's killing my thing. No. It has to attack Deathwalker. Alright, we're okay. It doesn't move. As long as Deathwalker stays there. So Deathwalker doesn't get to run away and also isn't allowed to die. Oh my god, they're pushing?! Wow, this makes me so sad. Does Bannersphere have shoes still? I think Bannersphere has been short resting. Alright, well, I'm not gonna let you push Deathwalker away like that, I don't think. Let's lose some cards. Should be an attack for about 12 on average. Crit hit's a pretty nice way to start. I've damaged this enough that as long as it dies, we win the mission. Now I am leaving. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is gonna push the this one and the this one, and I'm not sure where it will push to. I should get to choose, but I don't get to choose. Issues. That's incredibly good for me. Alright. Neat. Deal. My characters die, do they die forever? They do not. You can play the game with permadeath. I don't find it to make the game better. It's not like the default rule. I have other house rules that make the game harder that are not that thing. Because I actually think that the game's rule system is very good for making interesting choices about whether or not a character should sacrifice himself to get everybody else out of the mission kind of things. And those decisions are more interesting if a character dying doesn't permadeath them. To me. How do I see how many things I have left? Tons. This interface is still broken. That's unfortunate. If I make these attacks, on average I'm dealing 4 and losing a card. It does feel kind of compelling to just kind of get the hell out of the mission now. And try to kill it by next turn, I guess. Ooh, we got our +3. Nice. Yeah, I've burned a lot of cards this turn. I think if I kill it here, I'm okay with that. Okay. I'm also okay with not killing it. Not killing it means I get 1 more loot, assuming everything goes right this turn. But it does mean everything has to go right this turn. Probably Deathwalker tries to distract the Snowspeaker Chieftain, so like teleport to here or whatever and just be right in its face to stop it from attacking this stuff. Bannister's just going at 10 and probably killing that. Drifter can definitely short rest. Drifter can like go slower and walk onto the loot at the end of the turn. So that we can get more loot. Sure. Didn't I use 3 of my shadows last turn? Wave of Anguish doesn't consume them, it just attacks from them. The card gets consumed. The shadows do not. Okay, Charles Reinforcements up there. Crit miss is kind of awkward. Not how I drew it up. Boop. Oh shit. Okay, take 14. It's a cool death animation. Maybe the starting party is OP. I say the starting party. This is like the first 4 characters in the rulebook. Like they're the easiest of the 6 starters. They've been breezing through these missions. Victory! I think we got 2 masteries. Dungeon Decoration, awarded for encouragement. Well done, great Scanardo. Guardian of the Flag and Move Fast, Hit Hard. It's nice. We got Dawn's Harvest already. The Bone Shaper ones are just pretty hard to do. And we're at 4 out of 5 on this retirement. I wonder what the fastest retirement I've ever had is. I feel like X-Nut and Flame Fruit are a little bit harder to get in the very starting missions, though. Is retirement good? It unlocks more stuff you can build in town. Gives you some other small bonuses sometimes. Makes it so your future characters you build are a bit stronger. It progresses some other stuff, I guess. It's kind of like a driving mechanic in the game for the game to progress, so. He's the agent. I got 1 hide and 8 gold on the character trying to become a merchant. You know what? It's a good start. Honestly, that's the right character to put the gold on. Most damage shield? Hold on. You healed someone? Oh, you healed yourself 1 every turn with your shoes. Okay, sure. That's cheating, right? I feel like that's obviously cheating. I don't know if we can count that. A random item on the Drifter is nice for sure. Alright. The Snow Speaker is like, hey, thanks for killing the person I didn't like. Now I will send one of my strongest warriors with you to help and give you more people to kill. Thank you.
A man walks through the open gates of Frosthaven, carrying a sturdy suitcase. He walks up to you with a broad smile.
Hello, new in town.
You can basically buy town morale here if you want. Do I want that? I don't have that much gold.
He sets his bags down and stretches.
You see, I've been working with some of the...
Well, actually, no, I have more than I think, because there was an entire mission before that, right? So I need gold on Bone Shaper so I can buy Tranquil Boots after Drifter retires. Which, like, Drifter did get a lot of stuff. 516. I've never actually written down exactly how much you need to retire a merchant. Probably if I had like 4 more metal, it'd be pretty close. Wing clippers are small items? No, they're a hand item. Drifter also has one of my potions. Yeah. I don't know. Somebody has to spend 10 gold on this. We're gonna use the Deathwalker. I don't think Deathwalker uses gold for much else. Gain 1 morale. Whoa! This is so cool! Oh, this is so much cooler than what they were doing before. Oh, that's great. Awesome. We have unlocked the Algox Snow Dancer. Complexity 1? I don't agree with that at all. This character's kind of hard to maximize. Also makes it so the rest of your party has to play a certain way. Is it fur? I think that's fur. Yeah, I think that's fur. There is an axe nut at Edge of the World. There's also an axe nut at the Crystal Trench. Ooh, and the Crystal Trench is kind of farmable. Although I don't think this party can really farm it. I do already have the Arrow Vine and the Snow Thistle. So it would just be for the axe nut. I think my party could handle Frozen Crypt. I might be wrong. I feel like Deathwalker is probably pretty good in that mission though. I've played it once before, so I understand like the special rule set. I think teleporting is quite good in it. Submissive and farmable. You cannot. Can you say that? I don't know if you can say that. What is treasure chest? What is random item? I guess it's showing me which missions have a random item or a treasure chest that I haven't gotten yet. I think we just do Crystal Trench. Try to get this axe nut. I think that's fine. Back at the outpost, I was in the process of building a logging camp, but not done yet. I don't think I need to, like, rush through Drifter retirement. I think it's okay for Drifter to spend this stuff on building in the camp. Although Deathwalker needs things less, probably. Hold on, before we do this, let's look at equipment. Because priority number 1, don't die. Don't lose the mission coming up. I think a crude chain for Banner Spear would be good. Drifter could also use one of those. I have so much stuff. I've got 3 hand items, 2 shoes. I have 6 hides. Can I retire? Hold on. I need to make 3 head items. I don't even have 1 head item yet. Okay, so I can't retire. How do I make head items? What? Spyglasses are all built, I guess? And I didn't buy the rejuvenating necklace? So I'll have to sell somebody's spyglass so Drifter can make a spyglass in order to retire. Am I winning so far? How's it going, Pokemon Nerd? I think I'm gonna go crude hide armor instead of crude chain armor. It's better against the crabs if I go to the crabs next, and also seems like I need 4 metal to make head items to retire the character. So maybe we use hides for the body items instead. Bone Shaper certainly is a character. I could actually go Horn of Command plus Simple Charm and kind of have everything I want. We're not allowed to use the merchant until we've retired the character who makes the merchant. The video game lets you, but it's bugged. It shouldn't. That kind of worked perfectly. Give Drifter a hat, I guess. What are you missing? That's actually fully equipped. All right, cool. Deathwalker is missing a lot of stuff, but also, like, what does Deathwalker even need? I don't know. A crude bow, maybe? Yeah, now we can't build the thing anymore. It's not super surprising. Let's build a mining camp. I guess I'll get a bow. Alright, mining camps, building. Deathwalker can get a bow. I get the traveling cloak as well. One more HP is not terrible. You go to the alchemist. You know, I could look up what these potions make, but I think I'm just gonna, like, make them. This is a healing potion, I'm almost certain. That feels like it goes on Bone Shaper to me. Bone Shaper won't need this as much once Bone Shaper has Tranquil Shoes, which is not that far away. Maybe it goes on Banner Spear. Why are bow and bow spelled the same but pronounced differently? But bow and bow pronounced, oh, bow and bow pronounced the same but spelled differently. Linguistics, I think. During your turn, remove a negative condition you have even while you have impaired or stunned. Okay. It's kind of worthless. Wish I didn't make that. Maybe it'll be okay. I could see removing Muddle being enough to justify a potion sometimes, actually. Bannersphere and Drifter already have potions, so it's either Deathwalker or Bone Shaper. Bone Shaper tends to hang out on the backlines, doesn't actually get targeted by much stuff, so I guess it's Deathwalker. Deathwalker also hangs out on the backlines. But Deathwalker will get the enemies to attack you while you're standing on a shadow have disadvantage on their attacks thing, and then Deathwalker will start getting hit by stuff. We take Restless Spirits. It's an attack for 6 sometimes. It's a unconditional hit for 3 with the bottom half of the card, somewhat more importantly. That's our Deathwalker level up. We also have 2 perks available. I'm going to take Cloak of Shadow. So enemies attacking us when we're on a shadow get disadvantage. For reasons I was just expounding, I think. I want to just try out going hard into Doom, because I haven't really done a great job of playing a party that has heavy curse access. And maybe it just is really good. I don't know. It's just something I haven't tried very much. Banner Sphere once gifted, now that we're starting to get armor. And another technique, I think. And I just always go Meat Grinder. If I were ever to pinning charge, maybe it would be here with Bone Shaper. Get extra damage on the attack for allies adjacent to the target. And it's a ranged attack, so we don't have to be adjacent to the target. So if like our front line is 3 skeletons, all of a sudden pinning charge starts to be pretty good. I think I'd want like Blink Blade as well. Probably. And I don't really... The only place I really care about giving allies moves with Banner Spear... Okay, so I care about it in general, sure. It's useful, it's good. But I have 2 cards that do it already. The only reason I'd want a third would be if I was trying to get the banner, like stay within range of a banner quest done, and I'd failed earlier. But I've already done it, so that one's not compelling. Even if I hadn't done it, I'd still want Meat Grinder right now. It's just like, if I had Blink Blade and I'd failed the quest to keep the banner within range of me for the entire mission, maybe I'd take Pinning Charge. I could see that being a thing. This is all kind of giving the game too much credit for being balanced. Like, maybe I should just say Meat Grinder is better, you always take it. That might be a simpler way to approach the game. Let's go Blessed to ignore -1s on items and add a +1 to our deck. Let's also take Scavenger for 2 reasons. 1, I never have before. 2, I'm kind of curious if it works. It's not true that I never have before. I've taken this before one time and it was bugged, and then they released a patch which changed what it did. Because I guess they like never worked out how to make the thing it was meant to do work. I don't know. Shockwave's great. My melee attacks have splash damage. Just pretty good. Oh, you level up as well. I go back and forth on Bone Dagger and Unearthed Horror. Bone Dagger is made worse by the fact that the bottom half of it has been bugged for like the entire time the video game's been out, I'm pretty sure. Kind of a sad thing to say. I wonder if they fixed it yet. I don't know. The, like, make one big summon that's actually good strategy for Bone Shaper seems like it's just kind of hard to pull off at +3 difficulty, because, like, okay, Raging Corpse has 6 health, it still gets 1 shot. Like, that doesn't actually mean it survives. But the bottom half of Unearthed Horror is actually pretty good. That's a lot of poison without that much work. Like, you use the one that gives a summon a move and attack and this, and in one turn you've, like, moved your summon into all the enemies, made an attack, and poisoned potentially 3 or 4 enemies. So that's pretty good. Also, it channels Earth, which does matter. I did say I was trying to make the curse thing happen. And go Bone Dagger to try to make the curse thing happen. I don't know. Like, big summons more than mass summons? Yeah, but like I said, it just dies. Like, if it gets attacked, it's just dead. It's not like its health matters. It hits for 1 more than a skeleton. It might as well be a skeleton. And the card gets lost instead of coming back. It's not compelling. You want Death on Arrival? And we start going for these curse things then? If I'm going for curse things, might as well go for curse things. I just realized I never marked the mission outcome stuff. Okay. Who remembers what people had? We won. We got, I think, 3 marks only. I don't remember what combat goals people had. What a disaster. This was Specialist, which I succeeded at. This was Optimist, which I failed at. Reclusive. Nice memory. Or recluse? Is that what it's called? Or reclusive? I don't know. Deathwalker looted 3 in the same turn. And succeeded. I think it's recluse. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure. We also completed this one and this one. So in total, we had 3 plus, I guess, another 6 from the masteries, yeah? That's how I'm counting it, right? I think so. So that should say 10. Says recluse somewhere higher? Sure. I wonder if I can guess which one is loot 3 things in the same turn from looking at the other stuff. Cleaner? Is it cleaner? Could be cleaner. I've taken cleaner a couple of times. I'm gonna say it's cleaner. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Okay. But Bone Shaper Mastery on the spreadsheet? Whoops. Well, that's kind of funny. I failed the combat goals of both the people I did the masteries with. I think a little bit funny. Alright, the Crystal Trench. We need to get an X-Nut with Deathwalker.
As you pause for
We gotta try the Fire Pepper.
A challenge must
Nice.
be met.
Our party can eat spicy food. Also, I think we've unlocked another side mission, although I'm not sure it's implemented yet in the video game. If we were playing the board game, we would have just unlocked a side mission. The Eternal Crave. We got Restless Spirits into the dock. Let's also look at combat goals, I guess. Kill the last enemy. Kill enemy with 2 or more negative conditions. Suffer damage from attack in the same round. You long rest. Bully seems easier than Closer. Both seem easier than Insomniac. Well, Insomniac, like, I can almost guarantee if I'm doing well, but Bully I can most likely get even if it's a close mission, I think is how I'd frame that. Go Specialist on Banner Spear. I think that's fine. Gotta make sure we keep our move 4s in the deck, though. Maybe I drop Regroup. Banner Spear has a lot of cards that are, like, pretty good. They're, like, fine. Rallying Cry is really good for the top half against Polar Bears in this one. Slayer, Duelist. These are both kind of hard. There's a mission where you run away from wolves. I don't have many pushes in the party, so this seems very easy to fail when a wolf just, like, walks next to you. Killing 2 enemies in the same round, though. I could see it happening. We'll try this. Because now I do have the splash damage, right? I have... Let's drop Unbreakable for Shockwave. Next 6 melee attacks, 1 enemy adjacent to your target suffers 2 damage. And there are a bunch of enemies with, like, 3 health or 4 health or something on this mission. So we can just set them up on 2 or less. And get the double kill, probably. I could go Destructive Fury. You know, this card seems obscene on this mission, and I've never really used it before. But, like, I was just thinking about what I could do with this card on this mission, and holy... There are some spots where this is a good one. So maybe we try it out. I might kill, like, 4 enemies on the same turn. If everything lines up. Alright, cool. Fewer loot bags than any other hero. I don't really want to do this one. This is an escape mission, and Bone Shaper is the character with the least positioning requirement out of the entire party. So, while I'd like to get all the loot with Deathwalker, and I'll try to, there are definitely going to be some loot bags that I can't get with Deathwalker, and Bone Shaper can probably pick them up. An ability targeting an ally before your first rest and in between each of your rests. I believe that a summon is an ally. So that seems kind of free. Probably do it without the summons counting, but with the summons counting it gets easier. Is it concerning that I don't really feel like my new card's that exciting here? Maybe. I don't know. Let's put Malicious Conversion and Decaying Will in. Channel Earth and use Channeled Earth. Just as a way to move around a little bit faster. Episode 0! Thanks for the raid. I'll drop Command the Wretched for Eternal Torment, maybe? I don't know. Nice to be able to loot. A 17-inch corkscrew. Thanks, episode 0. Alright. You've arrived just in time for us to begin. The Crystal Trench. I am also going to go to sleep, but not so long. Although Frosthaven missions take like 2 hours, so when I say that, I guess I mean like in 2 hours. Sometimes if you lose them, it can take a lot less time than that. Look at all these health bars. Everybody. Let me see if I can get the YouTube stream back up because it just crashed. I might not be able to though. Oh, I did. Nice. Ted Dreamer and Mikey, you're welcome. So, sometimes people catch me stream on YouTube and they're like, oh, thank you so much for streaming. And I just don't read YouTube chat more than once an hour, so I don't see. It feels bad. Anyway. An important thing to note, because we don't control enemy movement here, is I want these imps to come in here and like stay gathered. But if, say, like this is their target, and they're like here, they can go here or here or here or here or here or here or here. If they're like here, they can go there or there. They can go there, there, there. Like, if they're targeting this, they won't end up clustered as well as if they're targeting this. So I want this character to have the lowest initiative because that's the tiebreaker, given that they're all at the same range. So whoever's going here is going to have lowest initiative. I think maybe we put Shockwave in play and Relentless here and do that at 17 initiative. Seems kind of reasonable. And then the payoff to them clustering up is that we can Incendiary throw them and get them all wounded. So Banner Sphere wants to do that. Banner Sphere wants to go pretty late in the turn in order to get that done. We want to go after they move. Oh, except a Bone Shaper can summon on turn 1. I forgot. That messes stuff up a little bit. This is fine. We just put a skeleton here, and it's closer, and then it probably dies, but it might not matter that much. I wonder if I can send that skeleton in and poison some people, maybe? Where's my, like, summon moves and attacks card? Did I bring it? Did I not bring it? I didn't bring it. I was talking big game about how that's a really good combo, and then I didn't even bring the card. Nice. That's awkward. How many resets in the campaign so far? Oh, this is like my 12th attempt or something. Like my 12th full campaign, I mean. Right, so we'll just run up, put a skeleton in the middle of them all, and then next turn, poison them all with it. Alternately, I could transfer Essence to strengthen Banner Spear and poison something. And that way the Incendiary Throw is more likely to work. I already have a summon here. Let's try that. I don't know. It seems fine. Deathwalker sometimes has a pretty awkward time at the start of missions. We'll try this. Use the top half of Call to the Abyss so we can start marking stuff and creating shadows. I think that'll be worth it. Kind of the cost of doing business as Deathwalkers, losing a card to get some shadows into play first deck cycle, and then Lingering Rot can poison the Polar Bear maybe. Just get some poison applied to the enemies. And I will summon one Skeleton. Right there. Basic attacks, basic attacks, basic attacks. Alright, well the skeleton's dead. But, actually, this works pretty well, I think. This comes here and shoots the skeleton where it would have come up and shot somebody else. And then after the skeleton dies, the polar bear can't actually hit anyone else anyway. 1, 2, 3. So we only take one incoming attack, and it's on the skeleton, and the enemies cluster really nicely for us. Yeah, I think all good. Broadly chill with this. Does Drifter start with 12 cards? Is that right? Oh, that's kind of rude. I didn't realize this was going before this. If this had gone first, we wouldn't have taken 2 attacks. I'll just use the Warden's Mail. Maybe it is good, though, because it does actually mean they're even more clustered. I think I had some idea that I was going to... Oh yeah, Transfer Essence was meant to be my initiative value on Bone Shaper, so I could go before Banner Spear. Well, I fucked that up. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I actually start with this? Wow. Alright, so not how I drew it up. What's this card that Drifter has? How fast is it? Destructive Fury, 19. Do I have a move? I've got to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4? I'd want to be here for the template to work. I could be here and hit these 3, I guess. Not sure that's right. We'll see how this goes. I don't know. Could be okay. Alright, so Drifter is going to go at 19, and we're going to burn a card. We're going to Destructive Fury. Hit all these 3. Well, actually, no, we're hitting the Polar Bear and these 2. Somebody has to go here, so Banner Spear can hit those. Maybe that's Bone Shaper? Maybe Bone Shaper, like, leaves a skeleton behind for the Polar Bear to attack and moves over here to let Banner Sphere's template attack work. But then there are all these still. Okay. Well, you're at 18. Let's put you at 18. Oh, I didn't bring Unbreakable Will. Oops. Unbreakable Wall, rather. This is me looking around sheepishly. I can pull this here and then use Resolved Courage. So I pull this in and then hit all of them. I go at 21, just a little bit after Drifter. I don't want to go before Drifter. I feel like I want to go before Drifter. Here's the deal. I go at 10, so that if they use their 5 initiative thing, which would kind of break my turn right now, at least I get to go before them with my shoes of fast going. Deathwalker has to get out of the way of Bone Shaper, so Bone Shaper can make a skeleton. Oh, but there's nothing there, so your move doesn't work. This has to be a 21. So first, Bone Shaper goes like, whoa, this is a lot of order. Deathwalker hits this, curses it, moves away to like there. Then Bone Shaper makes a skeleton here, moves away to here. Then Drifter moves to here, burns a card to deal a bunch of damage to all these. Then Banner Spear pulls this here and hits these 3. Okay. The thing I don't like is I'm burning Drifter's card and not completing Slayer. But maybe we can set up for that later. And I do think the thing I'm getting out of it is a very big deal in terms of the, like, not being dead. In terms of the not being dead. The not being dead seems important. The polar bear's not doing anything, which might kind of change my entire turn a little bit. Now I want Deathwalker to go after Bone Shaper. The imps are doing things. The imps are fucking terrifying this turn. They are hitting me for Brittle and Curse, 2 targets. I guess it's not like the worst thing. The curses are bad. The damage incoming isn't that high. And they're going slow enough that hopefully I've killed 3 of them by the time they move. Hopefully. Alright. Well, it's not poisoned anymore. What I could do as well is I could just give them 2 curses and auto attack 1. When I could give Banner Spear a shield. I like that more than summoning. This is a rare spot where the shield's actually very valuable. This does mean that I didn't get out of the way for Deathwalker. The Deathwalker's using, like, Anger of the Dead. Oh well. There might be something to kill with that by the time we're there. Put poison back on this immediately? Why not? Whoa. That was pretty cool. Whoa, whoa. Oh my god. That's not how I drew it up. Oh shit! Deathwalker retires. Pretty good so far. Alright. I'm down 3 cards on Drifter, but other than that, I feel like we're doing okay. I'm gonna run back here and immobilize that. I've certainly learned to aggressively use cards in this first room. As long as you do, it's not too bad. Use the bottom half of Fluid Knight, actually, to block an attack. I already got Bully, that's nice. Here we need to heal ourselves so that we're not brittle when we summon something. I guess I'm out of skeletons. Whoops. That's gotta be a mistake. Somebody has to deal with this shit. I guess it's Drifter with Retaliate as well. I could lose Vile Assault. And then I'd, like, really, really be out of cards. I think I'm just gonna walk in and use Prudent Preparation. And have Retaliate and Shield. And I think it's probably fine. I wonder if that counts as killing 2 enemies if I retaliate to kill 2 enemies. Probably. It should, right? Seems like it would. Alright. Calculated Strike. Well, that's a little irritating. And I come back here and stop you from rampaging. That feels worth it. Oh, man. Oh, man. That was not great. What is the circle on this for? What does that mean? Oh, maybe I get to choose which thing I'm curing. Might as well use... Yeah, because if I like crit this, I get another shadow, which is good for some reason. Oh well. Another curse for them seems pretty good. It does kind of feel like just walking over and auto-attacking this would be better. It's about to deal a lot of damage to Drifter, right? About to be a banner smear. Alright, -1's enough. I don't even think I care. Wait, I stopped Drifter from completing their comeback goal. Questionable. Oh well. Deathwalker is gonna do 1 turn of tanking this, so we need to go slower than 19 with other people. It would be novel to have a way to make a skeleton right now. I do in theory have to kill this someday as well. Probably get there. Oh. Okay, I guess I just don't get to play this turn. Fun. Has 2 retaliate. And Drifter is brittle. So if I attack it, Drifter will take 4. Questionable, yeah? If I attack it with Deathwalker, I'll take 4 as well. But I have Fluid Knight. Wow, that's really irritating. I just kind of blanked my turn. Banner Spear I will attack it with Meat Grinder. In order to do that, I need someone standing next to it. Maybe that's just Deathwalker? I think I played like 2 missions with Cragheart or something back in the day. Can you play the Gloomhaven classes in Frosthaven? I don't remember. I guess I can muddle them. That's like not completely worthless. Brian Blessed. Surely you've seen this mission. Yeah, if it doesn't exist in digital, I don't know if it ever will. Gosh, that bear has a lot of statuses. I want Deathwalker to tank, but 58's the fastest we can go. Kinda out of cards, yeah? This isn't doing anything useful. This one is attacking 2 targets. It's kind of frustrating. I guess that Banner Spear can leave. Probably true. Does move 4. How far do you move? Oh, you can't leave because you're not allowed to use a basic action. You can make Charles Reinforcement. Sure. One arrow vine. It looks like the regen is on the polar bear. Just confirming it's not. No. Let me just hit you. Woof. All right, Banner Spear, you got this, right? We're leaving. I wish you the best. I guess we'll short rest, probably. It's kind of awkward if I lose a move 4, though. That is not a move 4. Works for me. The polar bear is not healthy. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum. +1! Oh my god! Did we get rid of all of our curses at least? No, still another curse. Well, it's fine. I do have access to healing. This is, in theory, worth more if I'm brutal, because the shield goes before the damage is doubled. So maybe I keep it. Almost Drifter. One of these days. One of these days you will kill 2 enemies in the same turn. I didn't put my loot card back in the deck, right? There was no reason to, because I thought Deathwalker was going to get all the loot. It is kind of appealing to heal Banner Spear here. For sure. But what about the loot? Does it count if Drifter kills Banner Spear this turn? I don't know. I guess there's only one way to find out, really. I'll just lose malicious conversion. It was a nice idea. You lose Anger of the Dead? So Banner Spear is going to use Meat Grinder to get back to health going up instead of down. And we're just like moving over next to the door, I guess. Drifter has a couple of items that would come back if we long rested. I want a short rest so I can get another loot. I am down to 8 cards. It's like a little iffy. I don't think I'm going to be using Crushing Weight. I don't think I'm losing more cards here. We just want a skeleton to go through the door with. Or do I want a wraith? I don't know. At some point I probably want a wraith. Maybe not yet. Maybe I do want Unearthed Horror now, actually. It's just gonna die as fast as a skeleton does, and it loses me a card. Never mind. But I did next enemy that kills one of my summons suffers 2 damage instead of making a wraith. It's the bottom half of the wraith card, so I won't get a wraith, but feels like it might be okay. I don't know. We put Fluid Knight in play, I guess. Oh, and maybe we make a Sunless Apparition as well. Seems okay. Boom, 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 boom. Banner Spear could be on 3 higher health. Just saying. I think it's fine. It means we're not tanking with Banner Spear, probably. Should I drink this? I guess so. Is Banner Spear opening the door? Opening the door at -3 health. So the Drifter could get a hide or something. Kind of love that. It is pretty funny. Having Drifter just feels like you're invincible. He just has like 12 health and all of its attacks hit for like 17 or something. What a cool character. Okay. So if I move in at 4 initiative, or 4 range, sorry, what am I even saying? Maybe we go in, we give ourselves a shield, and then we just expect Drifter not to die, and then everyone else comes into the room late. Except maybe Banner Spear, who I want to Incendiary Throw before the enemies move. So 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I want Banner Spear to Incendiary Throw after the enemies move. I'm sorry. Because we want the Snow Imps to all cluster up. So yeah, everyone else will just go pretty slow in the turn. That is fast. That is slow. Thank you. I feel like I don't have that many side quests in this one. I guess I was all set up to pick up every loot drop with Deathwalker, and then I immediately got the thing I needed. So suddenly I didn't need to worry about that anymore. I want to heal with that next turn, probably. This will be an okay moment for Wrath on the Turned Earth. Wrath of the Turned Earth. Let's just move in, make a skeleton, and then next turn we can use top half of Flow of the Black River to heal ourselves, and bottom half of Unearthed Horror to poison a couple of things. That seems okay to me. Oh, Deathwalker, doing something slow-ish, probably Lingering Rot to poison another thing, and... I don't know. Can you make Dark? Sure, I'll go Eternal Torment instead of Summon. And then I want to move my Summon. Ah, it doesn't work. Kinda works. I need to heal Bone Shaper with someone else. But then I'm only going at 30 next turn. I'm giving myself a headache. Look, I think it's fine. Somehow it'll be alright. Just when you think you've outrun them, the howling starts again. 1, 2, 3, then 3 range. 1, 2, and 3 range. Okay. So we got some polar bears in our face. I'm gonna go here. Polar bears are going first, though, so that does get me hit one more time. I could walk backwards. It means I'm not dealing with the imps, but it also means the imps can't attack me this turn. No one in my party really, like, jumps. Which might be an issue if I play it this way. Let's try it. I don't know. I'm kind of curious. Seems like a different way to play it. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it will be terrible. Somebody healing. Oh, you have Tranquil Shoes, so you can just go slow next turn and heal it that way. Yeah, Jump Shoes would be pretty good here. Do I have to unsummon the skeleton? I could also unsummon the Shadow Beast. Okay, unsummon the Shadow Beast. I got my hit in. Well done. Sunless Apparition is its name. I guess -1 is slightly better than a curse. The thing I'm most upset about here is Vanisphere is not allowed to perform basic actions. I just used my move 4, and I'm not, like, moving to a different tile. So that seems a little bit bad. I also feel like I drew a very large number of, like, curses and -2s and shit. Oh yeah, it was my favorite turn. It just felt kind of awkward when I opened the door and the polar bears were doing hasty assault. Drifter's healthy. Like, it didn't die on that turn, which is kind of good. I just also didn't do anything productive and good on the turn. Whalerfish! Thanks for the 64 months. Appreciate it. Just javelin at all costs, maybe. I think it'll be done by the time Bone Shaper moves. Although, like, walking in here with Bone Shaper, maybe not the play. Maybe Deathwalker comes in and starts working on the snow imps. Can I just summon something? This goes here, kills it. This Banner Spear, it's wounded. So 3, 4. I'd need a +1. I've not been having that sort of luck with the modifier deck so far this mission. Alright, so Deathwalker goes before Bone Shaper. We make sure it dies. I wanted to make sure it died. I could use the bottom half of Restless Spirits. I lied. I don't have a shadow. Also, there's about to be a wolf. Probably doesn't get me this turn, but next turn it starts being a thing. So we need to, like, move forward. We are between an imp and a wolf place. Drifter could go faster, but I'm wanting to go at 60 initiative so that I can heal my wound. Maybe that isn't the right priority. I guess I could heal Drifter like this. Get in there with Retaliate. Javelin, hit. It's for 4 and 4. I don't want Bone Shaper to go first. Can't do. Most likely my skeleton doesn't hit if I do this way. But that's like the good line. That's the line where I successfully killed it. Maybe that's fine, actually. Deathwalker moves in. Deathwalker does have Fluid Knight. There will be a shadow here that we can teleport back to when we take a hit. So that seems okay. In Foul Remedy, I was going to heal you a bunch. Move in behind you. Alright, I have a turn. Oh, God. I don't think I'm happy about any of these cards. Rotten Sting in particular, though, is terrible. So I guess we want Drifter to be in there, like, alone, because every single card they drew is multiple targets. One, two, three, 4, 5. Okay, so we can put Charles Reinforcement behind Banner Spear. What's the play if I don't kill here? Don't know. I mean, the skeleton has to kill, I guess. I'm getting some work out of this protective scepter on this mission. I'm doing well. I don't think I can move forward. I figured Deathwalker could like get a little bit in the way and then teleport back again. One, two, three, four. I was gonna hit Drifter and Skeleton. I could actually put Deathwalker here. That is a wild idea. But it does stop one of the polar bear hits. It's just we're taking 2, 1, 1. You know what? I'm into it. Undo. I'm gonna move to here instead. Put a shadow underneath us. And I don't have an attack. Oh, I do have an attack. Undo again. I have a bow. Okay, nice. Hold on. Okay, cool. Of fucking course. I sure am poisoned. Woo! Why didn't it move? It's meant to be attacking 2 targets. Something is wrong with the targeting logic. It's meant to move forward if it can get another target. Wow. Wow. I'm kind of embarrassed for them. Alright, we gotta get into this room and kill some stuff. All the, like, standing at the door being polite has to end. There are wolves chasing, so. Maybe we come in with Rallying Cry, and that takes care of the polar bear for the turn. It's an important one to deal with. Oh shit. I move here, I attack this twice with Vile Assault, and... No, it only kills one of them. Fuck. But I could kill both of them like that. But the splash damage only hits one each time. I do lose another card. I think it's fine at this point. If we get through them all, I think that's okay. Somebody should heal Deathwalker, who has every status in the game. Deathwalker? Can anybody heal Deathwalker? No? Alright. Deathwalker just has every status in the game, I think. Unlucky. I don't know. I guess you can heal Deathwalker, in theory. Not sure that's what we're doing. I do have the potion, right? The cure potion. So I could get rid of one negative condition. Cool. We got 28, so we're slower than Drifter, and Drifter can do some tanking for us, but still faster than the enemies. Bone Shaper has to go slower than Deathwalker so the skeleton can get in, which does not look like it's going to be an issue. Using Decaying Will to poison. I guess just walking into the room. Okay, so realistically, we're going to kill 2 of the imps. Tank the other one successfully. Maybe even kill 3. Disarm the polar bear. Do good work against it. I think this looks like a decent turn. Gripping Teeth. This is probably their spookiest move. Fortunately, they're just gonna hit Charles Reinforcement, and outside of the deck. But it's very fast and gives them... Oh, hold on. Can I do that? This one is Hound number 4. That one's Hound 1. Okay, I can't do that, because now this Hound goes and kills that. Oh, I have to start again? Oh, what did I click? That one, this one, but at 28, 27, 71, and Decaying Will. I don't remember what I moved with. Yeah, I actually don't remember. I feel like it was this one, but I'm not sure. Was it at 46 or 80? I don't know. I don't think it makes a difference. Alright, so I tried to get fancy with Charles Reinforcement, but it doesn't work because 1, 2, 3, 4 would have hit it. Well, I could move there instead. I was being like overly fancy. Like this is fine. Way too fancy. Alright. That was my last Curse and Banisters deck, I guess. With crude hide armor. Oh. Oh, damn. Slayer is done. Well done. How far can you move? +1? +1? It's a rough mission. Oh, of course you're hitting Banner Sphere. Yeah. Guess that's kind of obvious. You get through the door? I guess the hounds don't have gripping teeth anymore. But like, if the skeleton goes here, it's just stopping Bone Shaper from leaving. So I think I'm using Horn of Command to just like move here. Or here? Here. Here? Slightly harder for this one to get to you. Heroes cannot escape until all polar bears in the mission are dead. I'm very into the idea of just kind of running to the exit now, but I guess I have to kill the polar bear. Never perform a basic action. I'm gonna make the healing banner. Just getting rid of a bunch of brittle and poison and stuff. Seems okay. It's a pretty good card. Murburger! Hope you're having a good one. You know what? I'm going to use Sunless Apparition to gather all the loot. What are the polar bears doing that makes it impossible to escape? I think, like, they would just keep chasing you. They're just running faster than we are. It makes a lot of sense to me. Polar bears are kind of terrifying now. So, Bone Shaper moves 2 hexes per turn, and every wolf in the game is chasing us. See how that goes. The imp is leaving. The bear is attacking. Okay, the wolves aren't moving very far. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's great. And they're going very slowly. So the skeleton will come in here and hit this after Drifter gets out of the way. Retaliate? But I'm brittle. Oh. Oh, I was saying that Drifter was going to retaliate. Yeah, Drifter's on my team, so that's probably okay. I could just move a Shadow in and deal 3 damage, but it would still be at 1. It's not like I would kill it. I don't want to hit for 6. I'm just going to take a curse. Didn't I crit miss with my last attack? I feel like I crit miss with my last attack. Nice crit. That is helpful. I'm sorry, did that say attack 10? That said attack 10. Alright, Polar Bear's next turn. Guaranteed dead to the wind. Drifter absolutely doing his job. I'm very okay with not getting the loot from that bear. Get me out of here. Time to leave unless... No, I don't have a great setup for farming drops here, I don't think. I hope I targeted someone for promoter. Yeah, I used that one thing. Trust. I don't know what targeting is. Like when I grant something, is that targeting it? I don't know how this game works. I'm not surprised that Drifter was MVP. Character is kind of sweet. The armor, choosing to save it, ended up kind of mattering. Alright. Low move on the hounds again, that's great. Also, they still haven't reshuffled, which is good. Rampage doesn't matter. A thing Rampage matters for is I know that I shouldn't open the next door, I guess. Or I know that I could open the next door, I don't know. Rod and Sting. I would like to kill it before it does that. I think it'll be dead before it does that. I think I'm saving the poison for the next room. Nice, nice. Oh, we got the curse out of the deck. And the crit. Damn. I was thinking about using Incendiary Throw, but they haven't moved forward. +1! Yes! Alright, stud. Hard to pick up the loot as played. Deathwalker is pretty good at getting out, right? I'm gonna risk the loot. You wanna risk that loot too? How many cards? You have Fluid Knight in play? You do. Alright, so undo the attack. Put this here. Grab that. This is how Jorbs can still lose. I don't know, it's kind of iffy. But I guess I did this to me, so now I just have to live with it. One, two, three, four. Still have set for the charge, so that's okay. Huh. Maybe you should actually rest. Because moving 4 would be a lot better than moving however much you're moving. Still move 4, but then we can like incendiary throw maybe, and this way... Oh, this is too slow or fast? Drifter's too slow. 1, 2, 3. I can actually meat grinder, incendiary throw. This way I can wound the polar bear, but it can be poisoned before I have to make the attack. Any skeletons here? I have an unearthed horror. YOLO. There's also Wrath of the Turned Earth to keep my skeleton alive for a turn. But I mean, I'm at 62, so doesn't really do anything. You still have Shadow Step? Nope. Why would I keep a card that let me move 6 on an escape mission? What a silly idea. Okay, here's a thought. I have Fluid Knight, right? So actually, I probably want to go to 64. That way they attack me and I teleport to here, and then I run away. That seems better. Not a fan of the Banisphere formations seem to be difficult when you don't know what your mates are doing. Yeah, it does seem like it would be easier to play when you're controlling all the characters than when you're not. I think that's probably true. Is Banisphere before Bone Shaper? I don't want that. I need to undo. I need to undo. This is all going to play out. It's fine. I'm going to undo, though. These are the things I will do. But I had to use +10 initiative for Banisphere. This was part of my plan for the turn. And then I forgore. Oh, we have to select our cards again? That's kind of weird. Why would we be selecting our cards again? I don't know. That's weird. What were my cards? 80 and 62, right? And then Banisphere. Wait, Banisphere's got the wrong cards. What is happening? And then, do you have the right cards? But you want to go slow. Okay. It took me back to such a weird place when I undid. Why is Drifter going first now? I don't know. But that part doesn't matter, right? That's fine. Calculated strike. That's fine. Actually, I have a hat, so even if they crit, my helmet will stop it from dealing additional damage. Did I forget to use Bannister's shoes? Bannister doesn't have shoes anyway. Fucking. There was no point in any of that. Alright, life goes on. I keep on changing my mind about what the most important thing is to get from missions. I used to think it was loot was more important than perks, and I was like, no, perks are more important than loot. But they're both important. And then I was like, maybe loot doesn't matter, and then I'm pretty sure loot does matter. It's been a real journey. Game's complicated. In like a delightful way. Okay, good. Layers like an onion. It does very literally have layers. There's no reason not to shoot this, I guess. Don't imagine that will matter, but... Friend, it is time to get out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, hit you. I just targeted an ally with an ability, so that one's done. The scariest thing is if they gripping teeth Bone Shaper. They're out of range right now, though. Full force. Okay. Okay. The polar bear is not feeling very healthy right now. Hey, nice curse. Alright, get me out of here. There's no random item in the loot deck. So I can stay... But I think I've largely done my combat goals. I got the loot that I cared about. The most, at least. There's other loot I care about. Did they errata the Bone Shaper killing 15 summons goal yet? That is still there. I've never completed it, but maybe someday I will. But also probably not. Drifter did well. Well drifted. I like the game's lagging more than it was before. I wonder if some patch made that not as good. I don't know. Did I... Oh, for fuck's sake. Bannersphere needs a move card. Okay, we have set for the charge in our discard, so I can just stand still this turn and then leave next turn. Because I'm not allowed to use the basic action on any cards. Get Charles out there, maybe? Should have to redraw if it's the 6 initiative. It wasn't. Well, I tiebreak. They have a 6 initiative card, but I go before them anyway. Oh, also I have my shoes, apparently. Since when do I have my shoes? Don't know. GG. The Crystal Trench. Maybe Deathwalker was the issue that was causing the lag. Deathwalker has turned into an amorphous cloud of light. We got Specialist. Specialist is a 2 perk goal as well. We got Slayer, which I think is only 1. Promoter. And Bully. I think all the other ones are just 1. So I think that's 5 total. I think Undo causes lag. Maybe. That seems plausible. Oh, Slayer is 2 perk marks. Never mind. What else is there here? Look at that. Wow. Is this character good or what? No metal. Lots of hides. This isn't really where you go to get metal anyway, to be honest. Ready for retirement. Retire on scenario 4? Yep. A shared lumber, 2 shared hides, ancient spire, derelict, elevator unlock. I guess in theory you can just give it to the Deathwalker since we're retiring. When we retire, we can give it to someone else, so sure, why not? Just delays the decision until later when I've seen what's going on in town. I sure only have 1 metal total after I use the metal mine or whatever. Please do not open the package. We will retrieve it. I think this is a time loop one, is my recollection. You want to respect their request, and then the time loop ends. Or maybe it's the other way, and if you open the package, the time loop ends.
As she wanders off toward a drink, you rip the letter open to read a note scrawled in excellent cursive. Please
Don't remember.
open the package. We will retrieve it. Leonidas and Maximus.
Yeah, we do B. Respect their request.
Against all the
30 gold. Huge. So Deathwalker doesn't need any as they are retiring. Drifter certainly shouldn't need much because they are also retiring soon. Bone Shaper and Banner Spear are the ones who are going to be around for a while. Give them 15 each. I believe this costs 2 metal. It costs 3 metal. Wow, that will never finish. This costs 1 metal. So we go to the mining camp and have our Deathwalker buy a metal and go here and build this with like mostly the Deathwalker's stuff. Seems fine. More gold from plus difficulty. Yeah, true. Crazy, Ivan. The map aesthetic is very pleasant. The game's just a good vibe. A good vibe. It's not quite like Grimdark, is the thing. A lot of games that go for this kind of story are Grimdark. Or they're like in space or something. And a lot of games that go for like Frozen Wastes are only Frozen Wastes. But this game has like a bit of both. It's got like the Frozen Wastes that let you go to like weird demonic places, but it also has this really comfy little outpost. There's some evergreens and stuff. Like it's right on the edge of the Frozen beyond. Yeah. And a spire. Yep. Yeah, they did a really good job building the world. Do we get to slay the spire? We could try. Hasn't always worked out for me though. What experience did you end on? Curious. 38 out of 50. I assume nobody has leveled up. But we did get some more perks. Whenever you open a door with a move ability, add 3 move. Is that good? I've never taken that, I don't think. End of each of your long rests, grant an ally within 3 a move of 2. Is that good? I don't know. I usually just take the attack modifier deck stuff on Banner Spear. I've gone for Iron Will specifically for that mission that we just played a couple of times, because 2 shield for a turn is so good against the imps. Just like, it's like 14 extra health or something. I mean, rough math, but if 5 imps attack you and you have 2 shield instead of not having 2 shield, that is a lot of shield. Yeah, I've not been tending to open doors with Banner Spear. Just in general, the entire time I've played Frosthaven. Blinkblade is the character I think I've probably opened the most doors with, but Blinkblade isn't in this party. I think we can wait on this and see who our new party member is, probably. That would make sense to me. When Deathwalker retires here, which is very exciting and everything, what all are we losing? We're losing a Cure Potion, Spyglass, Trapping Cloak, Boots of Speed, Crude Bow. Sure, I guess. If I could upgrade this before the retirement, I could decompose the potion and get one of the herbs back. But that seems like it's not a thing that's happening right now, and the retirement is happening right now. So let's retire Deathwalker. How do you even do that? Personal costs. The hero has announced their retirement. We need a new character. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 characters are possible. One through 4? Wait, actually, that's not true. Deathwalker can't be selected, because I've already retired a Deathwalker. Since, like, the way I'm playing it is I'm randoming characters, and I'm only taking characters who have the lowest total number of retirements on them so far. Is that right? I have to decide if that's right now. Because later when I unlock a new character and I haven't played it yet, do I want to get it immediately? I guess so. I guess so, yeah. So we're randoming between the characters who have the lowest total retirements on them in the campaign. Generate. 1 is Blinkblade. Okay. So we do have a Blinkblade. So Blinkblade can take over opening doors. That's cool. I think Blinkblade's very strong. Oh. Who's bribed me tonight? Let's find out. I didn't even think about this until right now. It's a big deal. Episode 0 rated. That's a pretty good bribe. Go with that. Episode 0, the Blinkblade. We're always taking the top one, so you have to kill 2 Algox guards, 2 Lurker Claw Crushers, and 2 Robotic Bolt Shooters. That's interesting, because I can do the Claw Crushers and Bolt Shooters fine, but usually I get the guards from the first 3 missions, and we're already through them. So how do I do that? I don't know. I can't remember what Blinkblade usually builds. Leather armor, winged shoes, maybe? Would have called this dude Blinky and not thought about it twice. Oh, I don't replay scenarios. Pretty much ever. He wants the poison dagger? I don't think so. Ooh, Bone Shaper to poison shit. Like, if I can already poison all the enemies, there's no point in poisoning them a second time or whatever. I'm gonna go leather armor, winged shoes. I'm not 100% convinced. I could go poison dagger. Yeah, let's go wing tag. Poison dagger rather. Oh, shit. My town prosperity has gone up, so I get 10 more gold. I could have made a different purchase. I don't know. It probably... Honestly, probably this is still the right purchase. Because the breakpoint's really weird. The only thing I can really buy that I couldn't buy before is Circlet of Elements. Everything else costs 30 instead of 15, so getting 10 more gold doesn't do it. Weighted net doesn't work on a melee character, really. Okay. Welcome to the team, episode 0. I got a new building I can build. The garden. I can actually build it right now, too. The garden allows the production of herbs. The number of herbs that could be produced depends on the slots available, which increase as the garden is upgraded. Why does it say I can build this? Also, that's not where the garden is in the board game. It's like over here. What is this? I don't trust it. It's in the wrong place. I don't understand why I can start it without it costing me morale. That seems like a bug. I kind of want to not do it, because I feel like it's cheating. I feel like it lost track of the fact that I already built one building when I retired my character or something like that. Don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna not build it, because I wouldn't have built it anyway, right? If I'd wanted to build it, spending 2 morale this week, and this was happening, then it would be feeling weird. Like, maybe I still would, and I'd just be +2 morale from where I was meant to be. I don't know. But I didn't really want to build it anyway yet, so we'll just wait. And that's the same as if the bug didn't happen. How do you watch 20 hours of me playing Frosthaven and not know that it is a city builder alongside everything else? Well, the missions take like 3 hours, so it's pretty easy to spend a long time watching the missions. But yeah. Also, sometimes there are chains of missions. Sometimes you'll go like 3 missions without coming back to town. But there is a town. It is here. I have to go. I have a thing in a little under 8 hours, and then I want to stream tomorrow afternoon, and then I have dinner. So I should sleep. Thank you for hanging out, though. I appreciate you all. I hope you are well. I hope you are warm if you're in winter. And I hope that you are not too warm if you're in summer. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.